they figure if you just kind of shove all the genitals together, you don't really know whose baby is who. So it's probably the best way to do it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot, and we are back with our Gyrosphere Park in Jurassic World Evolution. The first time I've played it post-patch 1.7 and the Carnivore pack that we obviously got last Wednesday or Thursday. Of course, there's been an episode since then, but that had been pre-recorded, so I didn't have any of the new stuff, and we still don't have any of the new stuff. This is not the file that I went and unlocked all the dinosaurs on, so for this playthrough, we don't have access to Herbivosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus and Proceratosaurus, which is a shame, but it does mean we at least have access to capture mode, the new camera mode, and we're going to be playing around with that a lot throughout the episodes, I'm sure. So today, relatively chill. At the moment, our Momenchisaurus is shifting across because it was dying, and it may actually still die. It may not make it there in time, we'll see. And we want ourselves some Spinosauruses and some Suchomimuses. We're doing our little swamp area over here, and then we may start working on the next bit, which is going to be a chasm sort of area here up to the north. That's basically the plan. Going forward, of course, our playthroughs will have the new dinosaurs. It's just this one. I don't want to go back and unlock them again, kind of thing. I'm just oppressively lazy, is what I'm telling you. Right, so I think we're going to mix things up with the Suchomimuses. Usually, what we'll do is have just one big dinosaur, maybe two. But for the Suchomimuses, right, they're all very pretty and colourful. Maybe we can have 3 arms there. And this is a shame, right? Because I love the Acrocanthosaurus so much, and I really want to include it in the park. I may go unlock just the Acrocanthosaurus, just for the sake of this playthrough. We shall see. Let's get 3 different Suchos. Let's get some colour on the go. Let's get the basic. Let's get... I just miss my Chunker boys. Let's get the jungle. A little bit of emo. Sucho emo. Sucho... Is there a Suchomimus emo pun there somewhere? Sucho... Life Suchomimus. There's something there. And... Ooh, step I don't like. Woodland's okay. I get woodland and wetland mixed up a lot on these, and I believe wetland is the one I like, but we shall see. Let's get 3 Suchos on the way. Let's check on our Momenchi. Oh, right, yeah, names. There's been a lot of names. Thank you so much for the name suggestions. If you want to name any of the Suchomimuses, or the Spinosauruses, or the other dinosaurs, indeed, that we bring in today's video, you can do so at the Qutee linked down below. There's loads of comments on there. I really appreciate it. That's just too many humans. It looks bizarre. We pointed this out last time. Look at that. That's monstrous. Absolutely monstrous. This viewing gallery cannot be having a good time. So the idea was, I'm going to grab my my brush. Alright, curve on that. Curve it a bit more. There we go. We might put some viewing areas over here. I don't really know how this whole area is going to look yet. I don't know what's done there, that's crazy. But we know we're going to want a viewing area there, so we may as well stick that on right now. This, however, has gone bloody mental. I'm not a fan of that. We need this to curve with the fence just a little bit more like that. Beautiful stuff. B-E-A, beautiful. Can anybody spell beautiful without thinking about Jim Carrey? Like, I can spell beautiful fine, but every time I say beautiful I think, well, Jim Carrey will help me out. What if there's anyone who didn't get that reference? It's hardly an obscure one, I'll admit. Right, okay, so it's going to be something like that, and we'll fill this in with stuff. We're just going for a wibbly-wobbly, bacterial sort of shape. You know, when I'm designing a park or a zoo, if I'm going to a zoo, the first thing I look for is, does this zoo look like a piece of bacteria? And if it does, I'm a happy boy. Shut up. Right, so, we're not going to be able to do it over here, because where would we? But this is going to be... Which one's bigger? We want the biggest one to be the Spino. It's probably this one, right? Might be this one, actually. Which one of those two is bigger? I really wish you could get like exhibit sizes and that was more like a direct thing. This is a very wibbly wobbly path. Which one do we think is bigger? I'm going to put my hand on it, right? I want to say the one on the right is bigger, actually. So that's okay. So this is going to be the Spinosaurus. So what we're going to do, if you remember, like I said, we're doing like a bit of a chasm after this. We're gonna get a little bit of height in here. That's what we need. A little bit of height. That's going to lead into the chasm. So we want this to be nice and... Like, if it just goes straight from the swamp into the chasm, that'll look a little bit silly. So what we want to do is kind of have it go from the swamp and naturally into a chasm kind of area. So having this kind of ridge up here on the right is definitely going to help with that. We'll have that kind of just fade all the way down there a bit more natural looking. This is meant to be like a waterfall, but it never is because the game doesn't let me do that. So let's stick a little ridge over here as well. The whole area should feel... I want to stop saying the word ridge, but I'm going to say the word ridge. The whole area should feel ridgy, you know? Ridgy is the word we're looking for here. And also wet. Wet and ridgy, just how I like it. Wow. It's just easy comedy, folks. Just say the word wet and then stick something else after it. It's all you need to do. I mean, it's comedy that appeals to children and myself, but that's not the point. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about how I want to appeal to children. Let's get our Suchomimuses popped out. There's number one. Ah, I do love that skin. Suchomimus is a weird one. Pre-release, Suchomimus was in my top 5 dinosaurs I was most excited for, right? And then it came out, and I think I went off it a little bit. I don't know, I just wasn't as impressed. And now I think it's kind of gone back up again, but I think part of that is probably because I really do like this skin a lot. This default skin is very, very cool. Oh! And it's an interesting dinosaur, it really sticks out. Oh, this is not the skin I... What? What skin is this? This isn't the skin I wanted. I'm confused. This is wetland. This is definitely not the skin I thought it was. Okay, never mind. Shoot that, and this is the one I was expecting next. My Emo Sucho. My Chemical Suchomimus. I'll get them all knocked over, and then we'll ship them over here. And we need to put something else in there. So I think the plan, let's nip back across, is to have the Suchomimuses in this one, maybe with something else. Something small, I think. We need some more trees as well. When do you not need more trees? You always need more trees. Always. We'll make the ridges covered as well, like at the top, so the forest blends in a little bit. And you can't see the fence as much, which means we should kill this tree area a little bit more. So you've got a nice open area there at the bottom. Trees at the back, party in the front. Just like how we like it, right? So Suchomimus is going to live here with something little, maybe... No idea. What have we got so far? Oh, names! I was going to show you names. Right, let's get the Suchos shipping over, and then I'll show you all the names from the Qutee that you guys gave me, which was like 20 names. So I really do appreciate it. It's good to... Is that the wrong way? The wrong way, wasn't it? Okay, we're moving it. The Suchomimuses are going at the top. And they're going on their own, because I think this is a just about small enough exhibit to fit 3 Suchomimuses in. Might put something else in there, but yeah, this wasn't the plan. I mean, it's still a sizable exhibit. We can put loads of dinosaurs in this park. This park is going to be crazily dinosaur heavy. Okay, so 3 Suchomimuses and then maybe just 2 of something else. It's always fun to mix it up a little bit. What is wet? What's the wettest dinosaur? Is what I'm looking for here. Let's get a Huangosaurus. Huangosaurus has a wet look to it, right? Oh, just go with me on this, okay? Just go with me. I think we got default. We never got default. There we go. We're just going to get 2 of them. It's always interesting we have more carnivores than herbivores, because that definitely subverts an expectation. Typically, it would very much be the other way around. And Steppe I really like, I think. So let's go for Arid instead. Okay. Cool. Right. So, names. Let's pop those off quickly. If we go over here to the Deinonychus, we have... Well, Aloros Titan, we have Unloved, smiley face. It was meant to be an unhappy face, and then I felt really passive-aggressive, so it's a happy face. Nobody gave a Sintown name for that one, but this one's called Sin. Deinonychus, we have Flame, Toad, Deer, John Ostrom, Velociraptor, Bloodbath, Brexit, and Zoomies. Brexit would be my favourite on that list. Over here for the Baryonyxes, we have the creature from the Black Tar Lagoon, and... Oh, I was meant to call this one something and I forgot, my bad. And Barry Allen. Sinoceratopses, we have Ricardo Milos, who I did Google. Having read the name, I was just curious, and it's some meme from TikTok or something. I don't know, I'm way beyond on that kind of thing now. Tank, Potato, and Toto. And for the Mamenchisaurus, we have Macaw, which is a lovely name. I love how all the names about the Sinoceratops are just thick related. This is why I need to go get the Acrocanthosaurus, because I've only got 1 thick dinosaur, and I want 2 thick dinosaurs. The Acro and the Sino, they should live together in like a chunky exhibit. I like to think the Acro was brought in especially for me and my love for chunky dinosaurs. I suspect it wasn't, but you know, never hurts to be an optimist, right? Okay, so they're going to live with the Suchos. Now we need some Spinos. Let's get just 2 Spinosauruses. Let's get default. Let's mix it up. And what's the other Spino we never go for? Rainforest all the time, jungle all the time, steppe, vivid. Wet. It's going to be steppe. Steppe is often neglected, mainly because I don't like it. Which seems like a pretty good reason to neglect it, but whatever. Let's get these Hwanga, shipped over to live with our Sukos, which, now that I think about it, probably needs some food. I know, crazy, but... No. What can I say? We might bring in some Gallimimuses or something like that as well, because they really do have a lot of room. They look great, though. Right, let's give them some food. We'll put a feeder over there, and we'll put a herbivore feeder over here. You really do want to try to keep them separate as much as possible. That Mamenchisaurus looks awesome. Yeah, it's dead nice. Where are you off to, buddy? The feeder is actually hiding in there, which I think is pretty cool as well. Macaw, doing macaw things. We'll check out the, I can't believe it's only been 11 minutes. I feel like I'm recording for ages. We'll check out the camera mode in this video when we bring in our new dinosaurs as well. Right. What's that tree doing? What are you doing? Stop. Stay still. Bad tree. Okay, so, Suchomimuses. We're going to want food in here as well. Probably a feeder. Probably a herbivore feeder. And a carnivore feeder. Let's do that. Even going to put two in. We're going to mix things up. We're going crazy. Right. Okay, so Spinosaurus is on the way, Hwangosaurus on the way. What we're going to put with the Spino, we'll figure that out later. For now, let's get to work on the next part of the park, which is, as we say, going to be a chasm kind of shebang. So, let's see what we can do here. So I want this bit to be high up, at least. If I ever click the right button, this bit over here, nice and big. Chunky, chunky, chunky. One day I'll stop saying the word chunky, but it's not this day. Flatten all the way along. The idea is the gyrosphere can roll up to the top of this hill and it look fairly natural. So I think we need it to have a fairly flat top. Actually, I don't think it'll work if we don't. So big flat top over here, and then we'll put a bit of chasm on the other side, and we'll have the dinosaurs in the middle. So you kind of go like the outside of the map is going to act as the boundary for the gyrosphere. It just mixes things up a little bit, you know. Which is sometimes difficult to do in this game, so if you get the opportunity, you should take it. So I'll go up there, and then, actually, you know what we need to do? We need to screw around the terrain a little bit over here as well. Sorry, buddy, but this, I don't want it to, again, just kind of like instantly go into a chasm. You kind of want to build up to it, right? So this bit here is going to be a chasm as well, this whole area, which means this is pointless. And all the dinos are going to live down here. We might even put the river, kind of have the river kind of go along here. We'll probably curve that a little bit more naturally. There you go, that looks... Yeah, I like this one being a little bit lower. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Right, river, talk to me. Well, don't talk to me, that'd be weird, please. I mean, I'd be rich if I could find a talking river, but no. Okay, we want to go that way. Go. We'll probably change this up a little bit, but I'm just trying to get down the basics, basically. Fade that out so it looks a little bit more. So it kind of thins. This is a very chunky river. I've got to stop saying chunky and river like a freaking 12-year-old. It's a very chunky river. Oh my god, it's a thick river, and then it gets into the chasm and it thins out a little bit, and then eventually just dies. Like so. I just want it to feel like the whole park comes together naturally and like in a logical way. This is one big ass exhibit right here, and I think we will make this one exhibit. So we'll put some towers along here maybe, so you can kind of, will you be able to see him with a tower? I wonder. I doubt it. Maybe. Let's stick that there, we'll find out. Just see if you can look in it and look into the exhibit. So we can put some towers in a ring around here, and then Gyrosphere will come down here, this will come around here, and then we can go into the other exhibits over here. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Right, let's grab our Spino. Still don't know what to put in the chasm, other than Chasmosaurus, which somebody suggested, and obviously makes a lot of sense. What else are you going to put in a chasm other than a Chasmosaurus? Well said, buddy. Okay, Whilst we're waiting for that, let's grab our gyrosphere track, or route as it's called in the game. I know. And we want to grab that and go up here. It's going to look a little bit weird, but I think it's going to be pretty cool as well. It means we don't have to put a fence at this side, so it's kind of like going free range a little. It's been very contained, and then you'll get over here and the path will break away a little bit and it'll feel more... We could actually put even the fence like along sort of the middle of the mountain, so you kind of look over and it feels like you're not looking through a fence like it does for the rest of it. That'd be pretty cool. And down, I love that. I've got to say, I'm kind of surprised you can do this. It's a bumpy hill. I'm very surprised the game is letting me build there, but I'm glad it does. Yeah, that's really cool. Right. Did I shoot the other Spino? No. Confirmed. Manly man. Can't get over that. Right, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Light steel fence, we're going to curve around here to match it, but then maybe we just go from here instead. It makes the exhibit a little bit smaller, but it should mean when the gyrosphere comes along here, you can sort of look down into the exhibit. And the exhibit's still freaking huge, so I don't know what I'm worried about. We're going to put lots of dinosaurs in here. That's basically going to be the focus for the next episode. So we just want to drag this along here, and then maybe start to join in at the bottom like so. And then we'll have that come across. Alright, let's try this out. I'd like it to be a little bit higher. I'm just wondering if I can find a nice way to do that. And I strongly suspect not, but we'll try. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to flatten. Nice big brush. And the idea is this will sit on top of here and look in. That extra bit of height should be enough to make this actually viable. So the path will go up a little bit, you'll walk on, and it's just like a little raised area just for those. I think that makes a lot of sense. Drag it around there a little bit. And then pull it in just a bit as well. Like so. I want it to feel... I'm going to say the words man-made. Man-made, natural, aesthetic. We figured by now there's certain words that I like to use quite a lot, okay? Leave me alone. Right, so let's grab our fence. Oh, let's grab our Spinos first before they die. Minor details, I suppose. Ship over 1, 2, where? There? There. Okay. Not doing that same mistake twice. Come on. So far, if you're thinking about dinosaurs to name for our next video, we want names for 3 Suchomouses, 2 Horangosauruses, and 2 Spinosauruses. Is that it so far? That is, but we're going to put something else in the Spino exhibit as well. Let's up that to mini dinosaurs. And let's go for... I don't know. Gallimimus. No, Archaeonophomimus, because I never care about Archaeonophomimus. All my neglected dinosaurs eventually get a little love. I will say the next park we're going to do, after the Gyrosphere park, is we're going to go back and do another... When the game first came out, we did a park with 49 species? 47 species? 48 species? 48 species. 48 species in one park. We're going to come back and do that again, but we're going to do it with 59 species, so 11 more dinosaurs, which is going to make it very hard work. We're also not going to use the new social mods or anything like that, or the sandbox tools that mean you can have multiple dinosaurs living together. We're literally just going to use the default settings. So we've got to build exhibits for all of those dinosaurs, where those dinosaurs are happy and won't break out, basically. It's going to be hard work. I'm excited. About the only thing we'll give is I won't be turning storms on, just so the Indominus Rex and Indoraptor don't break out for 5 seconds, basically. Right, so let's grab the fence. I have to change how that's done a little bit. And that's going to go along there, and then just end it there. So a nice straight line. There we go. Beautiful. And that is our chasm exhibit that we'll start work on next video. Probably block this bit off, and then, yeah, we've got tons of it. This park is humongous. I don't know if it's just because the pathing and the shops are taking up such a small area. I mean, that is why the pathing and the shops are taking up a tiny amount of room, but it just feels like we've got tons of space. How often do we get to see an Archaeonophomimus walk out? Never. Never. The only reason I've ever seen Archaeopteryx is because I fed it to Indoraptors sometimes in my other series, my the Maze series, so maybe not a great history to have. Imagine that's all you're known for is getting eaten. It's not really something to put on the CV, is it? Oh, what did you do for the last 4 years of your life whilst waiting to apply for this job? Yes, I was being eaten by a genetically enhanced dinosaur. You're hired. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then you get eaten again, and thus the circle of life continues. Capitalism at work. Somehow, I don't know, it's very early in the morning. It's literally like... Basically, I went to sleep last night. At midnight, I was really proud of myself. I slept at a reasonable time, midnight, and then I woke up 3 hours later, and I've been awake ever since. I just couldn't sleep again. So, here I am. It's just non-stop. Let's get these shipped over. So, remember, in the Qutee, Archaeopteryx is under... Actually, I don't know what I'd put Archaeopteryx. Probably small herbivores, I guess. I don't think... I know I do have a medium herbivore section. But yeah, Archaeopteryx. Small herbivores in this game is basically Pachycephalosaurids and Ornithomimids. So, there's 6 of them. Yeah. We need more small herbivores. It's a thing. It's really a thing. Oddly enough, like at the start of the game, I remember we were all complaining about the lack of carnivores because it felt like we had loads of relatively samey herbivores, but now it's like, well, the Fallen Kingdom pack was mostly carnivores, the Cretaceous pack was mostly carnivores, right? No, the Cretaceous pack was 1 to 2. The Dr. Wu pack was decently carnivores. Of course, we just had a carnivore pack, and because the carnivores were all more unique, it's starting to feel like we have more than the herbivores, which is definitely not the case still, but definitely feels like it. Heading to collect the asset. I'm really excited about this. I think just sitting on the gyrosphere and just letting it roll around and just enjoying the whole park is gonna be really cool. I will probably do the shop bit myself because I can't imagine it's gonna be that exciting. Let's stick some towers on. Maybe 3. I thought we would maybe, because this is a bit closer to the hill than I expected, we probably have to pull this back a little bit for it to not look silly. Like that. Okay. Path curls, yeah. And then goes like that. And then curls along, like so. And that goes to there, that goes to there, that goes to there. And then that can come down. Maybe up there. No, it looks... Nah. It'd be nice to actually just plan out this middle bit completely so we know exactly where the exhibit is going to be in the future. I'm not sure it makes sense, but whatever. Let's just give it a shape. Funky shape. Funky shape. Do I want it to include this? Yeah, why not? Why not? Live the dream. Come, no, come on, be cool. Let's go this way instead. Yeah. Okay, this is actually hard work sometimes to get them to. You can see that looks fine, but there's a little bit of clip. You can see just a little bit of a hard angle where they join in. That's what we're trying to avoid. Seems unimportant. It's absolutely not. It's all that matters. Nothing else has ever mattered more. There we go, that's more like it. Right, so that's going to be our middle area. And then we'll build all the exhibits around that. We might even have like a... I don't know. This area's huge. I don't know what we're going to do there, really. How we're going to make this exciting in a gyrosphere, because that is a massive block of grass. But we'll think about it. Yeah, pretty happy with it. We might even do like a second little gyrosphere tour down here, maybe? We could do like a double gyrosphere tour, but both of that come from different ones, right? So they both come out at the same time, and they drive past each other, and then they split off. So we could do like the monorail could go down here, drop you off over here, you could hop on the gyrosphere, go along here, and then you'd go from the other half of the exhibit that curls around here. I don't bloody know. Feel free to leave some suggestions down below, along with your name suggestions in the Qutee. This is why we don't use this pattern, by the way, because it's the worst one. It's still pretty cool though, but it is the worst one, and that is my thumbnail, nice and easy. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. Easy peasy. What else did we get today? Let's have a little look. Arkies hanging over here, chomping down. Do actually really like the skin. That gunmetal kind of grey with the faded oranges. It's pretty cool. They look like they've had babies. These two had a baby to make this one in the middle. Or that one. All of them. All of them had an orgy, and they figure if you just kind of shove all the genitals together, you don't really know whose baby is who. So it's probably the best way to do it. It's a nice way to end the video. Right. And our Gyrospheres, which I really like the skin. And that's the default one that we really look at. Run, buddy, run! My Chemical Suchomimus in the background. I'm just going to name this Suchomimus right now, because it's going to be called My Chemical Suchomimus, and I don't want anyone to think they were allowed to rename it. My Chemical Suchomimus. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it there. Next video, then, we will work on our chasm. I'll probably fill in this bit myself. We might just put like a water feature or something there. And I'd love some ideas, because the chasm and the swamp were about the only ones I had. So what do we do with the gyrosphere next? How do we fill this area? I do like my idea, maybe, of having a dual track at some point. We can experiment with that. I don't know how it would work at all, but we can think about that at least. But yeah, I'm down for suggestions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hate that little nodule, and I'm going to kill it. Bad little nodule. They need to join on smoother. Plus, I think I'm using up too much room for the path. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There we go. It's more like it. Yeah, that's much better. Right, thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.